Hi, my name is Karabuchia. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, we're about to have a great time. I'm very excited for today's video. But before we start today's video, I just want to check in with you guys. I genuinely hope you're doing fine. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like, I hope you're at peace, I hope you're happy, and I hope you're trying to do things that genuinely make you happy. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but every time I'm in like not a dark place, but a dark place, I always find comfort in that change is inevitable. Like, things can never stay the same forever, yeah, that was my just little check-in with you guys. But today I'm going to be talking about Euphoria season 2. I have a lot to say. I'm going to be good. Also, if you're under 18, click off, leave this video right now. It's not age appropriate. Euphoria is not age appropriate for people that are under the age of 18. Do not watch this, okay? I really hope you're not watching this. Also, this is how the video is gonna go. I'm gonna go character by character. I'm gonna say my opinions, right, about each character and how they behaved or misbehaved this season. And then after the characters, I'm gonna mention my favorite scenes from each episode. This is gonna be episode 1 to 7, right? And then at the end, I hope I remember, I'm gonna have predictions for the season finale. I do have notes. I don't know if I mentioned this before again, but I do have notes. So if I'm looking down, honestly, you'll just have to forgive me because I have a lot to say. Okay. I really enjoyed this season, right? I did. It's very different because in season 1, also obviously there's going to be spoilers. Like, by now you should know that. Sorry, spoiler alert. If you haven't watched, also, like, get it together. Go watch so we can discuss this in the comments, please. Also, just tell me what you think. Do you disagree with me? Like, I would really like to know what you think of this season. Anyway, so I really enjoyed the season because it was different from season 1. Season 1, we would get like an entire episode dedicated to a single character. But like this season, we got to see the characters like interact with each other a bit more, like we saw Jules interact with Maddy. And I don't think that really happened in season 1. Like, I mean, not that they interacted a lot in season 2, but like we got that little interaction. Anyway, if you're wondering why my hair's like this, I was going to leave it down, right? Then I had to tie it in a pony because I was like, girl, I cannot do this, and it's hot. Also, if you see a makeup stain on one of these sides, I don't know which side it's on, just mind your business, okay? Just act like you didn't see that, okay? First character, Mckay. Okay, first of all, I think Mckay could have gotten a bit more screen time. I mean, we got to see him like in the first episode only. I genuinely would have loved to see how he would react to the whole Nate and Cassie thing. Like, I would have loved to see a little bit of a rumble with Mckay and Nate. Also, his harassment, he got harassed in season 1, and like, we're just gonna leave that in the air. We're just not gonna say anything about that. Also, I'm really glad that he's not with Cassie anymore because he wasn't even proud to be her boyfriend. He was like, oh, don't wear this, you're embarrassing me. Don't do this, you're embarrassing me. He was always thinking about like, oh, what are people gonna say, Cassie? Like, if you can't handle a baddie, don't be with a baddie. Like, how many times must this be said? Like, I just don't understand. Anyway, second character, Kat. I also feel like she could have gotten like a bit more screen time, like, I feel like this season, the only time we got to see her, apart from like those 2 scenes that were dedicated to her, the only time we got to see her was when Maddy would be saying something and she would ad-lib in the back. She'd be like, yeah, that's really bad, Cassie. I would have loved to see her more. Also, I feel like I don't know Kat season 2. Like, I don't know who this girl is. Like, she's not Kat season 1, and I love Kat season 1, but Kat season 2, girl, who are you? Who is this imposter? And I get that she was faking the confidence in season 1, but I would have loved to see like a bit more of that. I don't know how, but I would have loved to see a bit more of that. Also, what I love about Kat's scenes is that we literally go into her head. Literally, you can see everything that is going on in her head is like played out. You know what I mean? Like with the when she's thinking about Ethan and the other guy, that scene that I'm not gonna mention what happened because it's just like not age appropriate. And then the scene where those girls were telling her like, you have to love yourself, you're so amazing, yada yada yada. Like we get to see her imagination. And I feel like she was being a horrible person this season to Ethan. Like I don't want to say I don't blame her, right? It's okay not to like someone. It's okay not to like someone. If someone is boring to you, they are boring. It is what it is. But the way she went about it was completely off. How are you going to tell someone, oh, I'm sick, I'm not laughing, it's not funny, I have terminal brain disease, to break up with someone? Why can't you be like, oh, I don't actually want to be with you? And I think she's beating herself up about it because she can't find a reason to not like him. She doesn't know why she doesn't like him, but that's okay. Like, you can not like people I don't walk around liking everybody. Sometimes some people, I just look at you and I don't like you. I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. If I don't like you, I don't like you. It is what it is. But like, she could have done better. Honestly, she was like trying when she broke up with him. She was trying to make him look like, oh, you're the bad guy. Guys like you, this, I tell you, I'm sick, and you're doing this. No. Anyway, I would have loved to see more of her. Faye. Faye. I don't understand. I don't understand her purpose. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because I think her purpose is just to get Fez in trouble this season. It is. Because she lives with Fez now because she pushed that guy. She pushed the hotel manager off the balcony, allegedly. Also, are we not going to talk about that? What actually happened? Did she push him? Did she not push him? And the police are looking for her. Fez should have never taken her in. Because she's just going to get him in trouble. You know, I don't like her for that. Like, she's just here for trouble. How is she going to let her boyfriend be a snitch on Fez? But Fez is the one who was protecting you from the police. But you're going to hand him over to the police. And you're not even going to say anything. And you know it's wrong what you're doing. And I'm not saying what Fez and Ash did to Mouse is okay. I'm not saying that. But at least they didn't snitch on you when you did something. You pushed someone over a balcony. They didn't snitch and be like, oh, hey cops, here is Faye. You know? Like, how are you gonna backstab someone like that? She is trouble. She hasn't done one good thing this season. One good thing. All she's bringing is trouble. Like, girl, no. Next character, Laurie. Ooh. Also, if you feel like I'm going too fast through the characters, girl, I do not want this to be a long video. I have a lot of characters to get through. Laurie, that's her name, ne? The lady with the drug dealer lady. That is her name, right? I'm not wrong. Anyway, she scares me because she's so calm. She's completely and utterly calm. Like, she seems like the type of person who has nothing to lose, and I feel like if someone has nothing to lose, no one can go against them. Because if I have nothing to lose, there's nothing you can say or do to me that's going to hurt me. Like, I have nothing to lose, you know? And also, I feel like, you know, when Rue thought she was such a genius, that she was so smart, when Rue went to Laurie with the offer, with the drug offer, she knew this isn't gonna work out. I think her plan from the get-go, she never trusted Rue to keep that suitcase safe or to even sell any of those. Is drugs allowed on YouTube? The medication. I don't think she trusted Rue to get rid of the medication properly. Like, I don't think she thought the plan was gonna go to plan. You know, I think her plan initially was just to traffic Rue. She was just waiting for Rue to flop. Like, she knew, like, obviously she knows someone who's addicted by just looking at them. You can tell Rue is a mess. You can just tell. So I don't think she trusted Rue. Like, I just think. Also, I think, like, you see how episode 5, that's the last time we saw her. I think that she's gonna come back. I think she's gonna come back for Rue, and it's gonna be messy. It's either she's gonna come back for Rue through Fez, because she knows they're close. Fez, they had that conversation, and Fez was like, oh no, she's my family, like, she's good, yada yada yada. But Laurie is not done with Rue, and Rue's gonna regret it. She's gonna regret it. Trust me. Or Gia's gonna get hurt. I think that's what's gonna happen. Laurie's gonna hurt Gia, trying to get to Rue. Because Rue owes Laurie at the end of the day. And she always knows how to get her money back. So, Ashtray. You know what? Like, Ashtray is hard. Like, he's tough, you know? But I like him. I absolutely love Ashtray. He's loyal. He's so loyal to Fez. If you look at Fez wrong, Ashtray's gonna come for you. If you breathe wrong around Fez, Ashtray's gonna come for you. Yes, he is. And also I think that Ashtray's relationship with Fez mirrors Fez's relationship with his grandmother. It's the exact same. It's the exact same, just different situations, you know, but that relationship is the exact same. Also, I feel like Ashtray, I don't want to say he's smarter than Fez, but I feel like he's more, what's the word? I don't know. Not smarter, but like he sees things more. He knows when someone is trouble, and he saves Fez all the time. Fez, I feel like he's too trusting sometimes. Like, but Ashtray, he's like, I don't trust these people. And I think the reason that Fez will survive this whole mouse situation is because Ashtray saw Faye and her little boyfriend having small discussions, and he was like, not on my watch, you know. And that's why I like him. Like, he's smart. He's always looking out, and he's not trusting anything and everyone that walks into the door like Fez does. Fez will trust anyone. Like, anyway, Fez. I already said so much about Fez, but I genuinely like Fez, right? Even though sometimes he just trusts whoever and whomever, right? But I like him because I feel like the way, yes, he's on paper, he's a bad guy on paper, right? Because he sells drugs, he does this, yada yada yada. But if you really think about it, look at the way he treats the people that he loves. Look at the way he treats Ash. Look at the way he takes care of Ashtray. The way he treats Rue. He doesn't get tired of Rue. Rue is always messing up, but he doesn't get tired. If she knocks on the door, he'll be like, hey, come in. If she needs help, he'll be like, hey, come in. You know, like, he knows when to tell her off, like, okay, now you're doing too much. But at the end of the day, he's never going to give up on her. And look how he's treating Lexi. You know, like, he has a very caring side to him, you know. And the drug stuff, he's just doing that, like, for the money, you know. And like, with that type of stuff, I think you have to be like, you have to seem so tough and whatever. But I don't think he's a tough person in general. I just think he's such a nice person. Look at the way he's treating the people around him, you know. Even when they hurt people, it's usually Ashtray, and he's like, hey, yo, come on, I get it, okay, enough, you know. He does. I don't think he would hurt a fly. And you might disagree with me, but like, I absolutely love him. Lexi is my queen. Lexi. Yes, go Lexi. Lexi is my queen. Because, you know what, Lexi, like, she understands that, okay, everyone walks all over me. I'm scared of confrontation, right? So, how can I confront everybody all at once? How can I put everyone in a place all at once? And she put that play, and that play was amazing. The play was absolutely amazing. Literally, small, little Lexi is the one who has Nate shaking. No one has Nate shaking. But Lexi, she did it. Like, I absolutely love Lexi. And you know what? I really loved seeing the relate, like, you know, when the play was on, they showed us like Rue and Lexi's friendship, how it was earlier on, you know. I love that. I really wish they could get back to that type of friendship, and not how Rue uses Lexi now. Like, whenever she needs something, she's like, oh, Lexi, can you just do this for me? You know, it's not a genuine friendship. It's very one-sided at this point, you know. And with Cassie, Lexi and Cassie, I think Lexi genuinely cares for Cassie, right? Genuinely. right? I don't think she's like jealous of her. I think she cares for Cassie, and that's why she's always asking Cassie like, what are you doing? What's wrong? This and that. But Cassie doesn't care for Lexi. So obviously, if you're gonna treat me like you don't care about me, yes, I'm gonna put your business on the play. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. And I hope it hurts your feelings. You know? But I do love Lexi. Let me see if I didn't miss anything. Oh, will she be able to deal with the consequences of her play? Like, at the end of the day, like, yes, I like, ooh, go Lexi. Like, I love that for you, right? But like, if Nate decides to confront you, when you see Nate in the hallways, what are you gonna do? When you get home, Cassie is gonna be mad that you just broke off her relationship. I would like, how is she gonna deal with that? You know what I mean? How's she gonna deal with that? But I love her. I love her for that, and I want her, what she did on the play, I want her to do that in person with the people. Like, I want her to stand up for herself. I want her to say no to Rue. I want her to ignore Cassie just as much as Cassie is ignoring her, because, like, girl, no one is going to chase after you forever. Rue's mother. I honestly, you know what? Rue's mom, bless her heart. Bless her heart, for real. Because I've never seen anyone so blind in my life. Rue is walking in the house high as a kite every single day. Oh, and she has your addict daughter walks in with a suitcase, and she tells you it's for a play. You're gonna believe her? Your daughter that lies to you every chance she gets, you're gonna believe her? And you know what? Like, in the beginning, I was very frustrated with Rue's mom. Like, wake up. Rue doesn't care about anything. She doesn't care, and you don't see it. You know, like, why would you believe Rue? Why would you believe Rue? Out of all people, why would you sit and be like, you know what? Rue says she's not on drugs. I believe her. You know, why would you do that? You know, like, the suitcase. If I had been through what Rue went through, and I just came home with a random suitcase, my mother would be like, open it up. Let's see. No. Open it. Let us see what is in there. Right? But I'm really proud of her for telling Rue at the end, like towards the end, episode 7, for telling Rue that, you know what, girl, I'm not going to choose you over Gia. Because you are messing up. You clearly don't care. You can go do what you want. I'm so proud of her for saying that, but I hope she's not just saying it to make Rue feel bad. I hope she genuinely means it. I hope she genuinely says, you know what, if you're gonna continue this way, I'm not gonna care. I'm gonna focus on my one daughter, you know, who's probably trying her best to live a good life, but every day she must come home to Rue kicking doors. And anyway, Gia, oh, sweet Gia. I really hope Gia, like, I hope she finds happiness. Like, I've never seen Gia smile. Not in season 1 and not in season 2. I have never seen her smile. I've never seen her happy. I've never seen her genuinely happy, right? Also, there was an episode where Ali came to cook for the family, and Gia was like, are you Rue's sponsor? I don't know if it was just me, but I felt like she was saying that in like a, are you Rue's sponsor, like in an attitude type of way, like, how are you Rue's sponsor, but she's back on the medication, she's back to sniffing, you know? And I feel like Rue 100% has every right to feel like that, because like, how are you her sponsor? But just yesterday, she was crying for a suitcase. She's just crying for a suitcase. Just yesterday, she had withdrawals, but you're her sponsor, and you came here telling us that, oh, she's fine. Also, Gia, I think she has every right to be angry at Rue. Honestly, because Rue doesn't care. Rue clearly doesn't care. She doesn't. And I know that it's very difficult for Rue, the position that she's in, but girl, come on. I want Rue to put herself first, and I also want to see I want to see Rue outside of the house. I mean Gia. I want to see Gia outside of the house, right? I want to see her outside of the house. I want to see how this whole Rue thing affects her when she's not with her family. You know, I want to see how she is with her friends. I want to see how her day to day is, né? Like how it's affecting her, right? Because I'm getting so hot in this thing. Oh my goodness gracious. Next person, Ali. You know what, nah, I appreciate Ali, you know, for what he's attempting to do, for what he's trying to do for Rue, you know, and I get where he comes from. I get the reason why he didn't tell Rue's mom, right? That, you know what, this girl is sniffing again. She's sniffing again, like whether you like it or not, she's doing it, right? I get why he didn't tell her. I get why he wouldn't say that, because he's been in a position like that, and he knows that it doesn't matter if he tells or not. If Rue wants to do medication, she's gonna do it. She's gonna do it either way, you know. But I would have snitched. If I was Ali that day I dropped off Rue, I would have been like, here she is, high as a kite. Here she is. Here's your lying daughter. Here she is. And you know what, nah? I think Ali gives Rue so much grace, and he forgives her for anything. Her and her smart mouth. He forgives her for anything, you know? I think he does that because that's what he genuinely would have wanted in his own life. You know, like that same forgiveness, that same patience. You know, and he obviously knows that Rue has to hit rock bottom for her to wake up, you know, and that's why he's so forgiving to her. But I feel like he needs to be a bit harder on her. He should have told her mom. He should have told her mother. He should have been like, you don't see her walking around with the suitcase? You don't wonder what's in the suitcase? But that's just me. Jules. I'm tired thinking about it. I'm tired thinking about Jules. I have notes. I have a lot of notes for Jules. So let's just go there. And first of all, I don't like her behavior this season. I don't like her behavior this season, and I don't like her with Rue. I don't think her and Rue should ever be together, because it's unfair to both of them. This whole relationship is unfair to both of them. Jules feels the need to be so nice to Rue. Oh, Rue's, like, if I'm not nice to Rue, if I don't treat Rue like this, she's gonna go back to sniffing. My sweetie, my love, she's already been there, done that. She did that. She's back there already. Also, how does Jules not see it? How does she not see it? You know, like, also her talking about, oh, you like Elliot. You are in love with Elliot. You have a crush on Elliot. Then goes behind Rue's back to kiss Elliot. You, like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Also, Rue goes to the bathroom. And you're sitting there, you can't handle yourself. You're like, oh, let me be sneaky. Let me kiss Elliot. What happened to, I don't care about male validation? What happened to that? What happened to the therapy session? The minute she kissed Elliot, that whole therapy session episode went down the drain. Do you hear me? All of it. I hope she got a refund from that therapy session. Because you are sitting here saying, oh, I don't care for men anymore. But why are Elliot's lies? Why do Elliot's lies mean more to you than what Rue will ever say to you? Why do you care so much about what addict Elliot has to say? You know, let's see. I'm pretty sure. Also, I'm proud of her for dressing like less girly in her, like season 1 she had like long hair, skirts, this and that, crop tops, yada yada yada. But now she's like short hair. She's doing like a little like a tomboy situation, right? So I think that also kind of represents like how she doesn't care how men look at her anymore. And I'm not saying that she can't be with men. That's not what I'm saying, like her kissing Elliot. I'm not saying she can't be with men because she doesn't want male validation, but the way it happened tells me that she still cares about male validation. Elliot's gonna tell her, oh, you're so different, you're weird, you're this, you're different, and she's gonna be like, oh my god, you really mean that? Let me put my tongue down your throat. Grow up. Grow up. Grow up. Let's see. What else do I have to say? Elliot, I already told her that. They literally said, hey guys, let's go steal alcohol. Then she turns around and wants to get angry at Rue for drinking alcohol. Why didn't you say from the get-go when Elliot opened his big fat mouth and said, hey guys, let's get steal alcohol? Why didn't you say, oh no, let's not do that? You want to go through with it, keep the bottles in the car, and act shocked that Rue is in the back seat having a great time with that bottle? Like Jules, do you even hear the things you say? Like, does Jules listen to herself sometimes? Like, and I loved Jules season 1. I did. But Jules season 2, she... Girl, get it together. You better stand up. You better stand up. Because what are you doing? Anyway, I think it's a good thing that Rue and Jules separated. I think it's a fantastic thing. And I mean, yes, I think they should have a conversation like, hey, I'm sorry, this and this, so they can be like on good terms. But if I see them together, they're bad for each other. They're bad for each other, and they know it. Also, I think Rue is right. Rue is right about Jules, right? Jules does love to be loved. She does. She does. She loves to be loved. Oh, Nate. Actually, this is what it is. There is no difference between Cassie and Jules. Yeah, I said what I said. Both of them. If any man says, I love you so much, you're the best thing that's ever happened to me. You mean that? Oh my god, I want to marry you. Grow up. And I'm getting to that girl, Cassie. I'm getting to her. Okay. Let me see if I didn't miss anything with Jules. Because you know what? Okay, I didn't miss anything. And I want to love Jules. But what she's doing, I feel like a disappointed mother. Speaking of mothers, I would have loved to see, because in the therapy episode, she spoke about how, like, her relationship with her mother, what's happening with her mom. I would have absolutely loved to see what's going on with her mom. Like, I want to see Jules and her dad and her mom more. You know, like, what's going on with that? What's happening there? Elliot, you messy. You messy. I don't care what anyone says. I don't like Elliot. I don't. He's messy. How? Okay, first of all, man, if you really wanted to tell Jules that, hey, Rue, she's back on the white stuff again. She's back on the powder again. You could have told her a long time ago. But now that you want to get in her pants, now you want to make Rue look bad. You're gonna be like, oh, by the way, your girlfriend, she's so bad. Oh, she's doing stuff. She's on the powder again? No, because you just want to look good, Elliot. You just want to look good in front of Jules, so that Jules, I think in his head, first of all, he was playing both of them. He was playing Rue and he was playing Jules. Yeah? In his head, he was thinking to himself, you know what? In order for me to win Jules over here, Miss Ruru needs to look as bad as possible. So I'm gonna snitch. And you know what? Yes, good for you, you snitched. But the timing is what I don't agree with, because you did it because it only benefited you at the time. Yeah, I want to see what else I wrote. He's messy. That's the first thing I wrote. Right there. You can't see it, but I wrote messy. Because he's messy, man. Yes, he only told Jules about the drugs because it suited him. Are you kidding me? Okay. Oh. Then he tells Jules how amazing she is, right? Then he's sarcastic. He goes, but I'm sure Rue told you that, right? You're in love, right? Why don't you want to believe that two girls can be in love? And I mean, it's probably got nothing to do with that, but why does he doubt their relationship so much? Why does he think their relationship is any of his business? Andrew was right that whatever he says, don't believe him, because he is an addict just like me. Elliot, are you kidding me? Elliot, let me tell you something. Elliot and Faye came to this season to cause trouble. Trouble everywhere. But and then he's gonna say, I liked the way Rue was. I shouldn't have said anything. No, you should have said something from the get-go, not when it suits you only. I really don't like Elliot. Elliot, you are so messy. Marsha, I think that's her name. I think I'm correct. Marsha, Nate's mother. You know what, Marsha, when they showed that episode of Cal, like when he was in high school, yada yada yada, there was a scene where Marsha was looking at Cal and Derek like, something's going on here. So I think she knew and she got pregnant on purpose. But look where that got her. You know, it just goes to show, like, you can't force someone to love you. And I like, also, children don't fix anything. You know, like, if your situation is bad, quote unquote, not that their relationship was bad, like, Cal seemed to be enjoying it, right? But like, now I'm just speaking in general. If your situation is bad, a child is not going to fix it, and a marriage is not going to fix it. If anything, it's just going to highlight how bad it is. Also, I don't think Marsha is a good mom. I don't. I just don't. How is she praising Nate for grabbing Maddy like that? It's like, oh yeah, you were standing up for your mom. And how are you letting Nate swear at you like that? I would never speak to my mother like that. If that, you acting like a little schoolgirl. Oh. Is that how you talk to your mother? And Marsha, you let him talk to you like that? Also, the parents in Euphoria, they all suck. They're all bad. All the parents in Euphoria suck. All of them. Not one good parent. Not one. There's not one good parent. And I can't be convinced otherwise. You guys are letting your teenage kids sleep around in your own houses? Nate is bringing 5 million girls over, and you're like, okay. And I'm not saying teenagers don't do those things. Obviously they do. But the parents are watching it. How are you doing this? How are you? How are you letting your son walk in with a girl with her suitcases? These are teenagers. The only bags that she should be walking in with is school bags so they can have a study session. Marsha, are you kidding me? The parents in Euphoria all suck. All of them. Every single one of them. They're all bad. That's why their kids turn out like that. Carl. Let me go to Carl. Let me go to Carl's notes because I have a lot to say. Carl is such a horrible person. You know what, Nan? I don't believe that they're good and bad people. I just think there's just people who make good and bad decisions. But let me tell you something. Carl is a bad person. How are you looking your son in the eye saying, "You're my biggest regret"? You're my biggest regret. If my parents ever told me that, I'd have to live and breathe in therapy for the rest of my life. Because what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? How are you looking me in the eye and telling me, "You're my biggest regret. You're my biggest regret. I hate you so much. I hate you so much." Cal is angry at his family because he chose to stay with his family. You have never heard of co-parenting? You've never heard of that? He could have just chosen to stay with Derek, even though Marsha was pregnant. You could have been like, "You know what, Marsha, I cannot do this right now. I will help you take care of the baby, but I cannot be in a relationship with you and I cannot build a family with you. Because it is making me miserable. Because now you resent your family for your own choices because you're unhappy." My phone stopped shooting. Anyway, Cal before Marsha got pregnant versus after Marsha got pregnant are two completely different people. And it's like, yes, there's a child in the situation, but you don't have to stay with someone just because you guys are having a child. You can co-parent. You can be like, "Hey, Marsha, I will come see the child. I will come see the child as much as possible. I will help you raise the child. Yes, because I am the father and it is my responsibility. But however, I cannot be in a relationship with you because this is making me miserable." Also, him leaving his family was long overdue. He could have left a long time ago. He could have left season 1. Yeah, could have left in season 1. Because what are you doing? Also, him filming his encounters without the people knowing that he's filming. I don't even want to get to that. I don't want to talk about it because it's wrong. What are you doing? It's wrong. You're invading people's privacy. You are such a weirdo, you creep. Is there a good person in Euphoria? Is there one good person? Okay. Also, him intimidating Cassie like that was very pathetic of him. Like, you are a grown man. You're grown. You're grown. I'm gonna call the police. We're gonna get the police involved. If anything, you should be arrested for filming your encounters without those people knowing. Are you kidding me right now? Like, are you serious? Also, him, I don't think he cared about who hit Nate. I think it was just a pride thing. It was a pride thing. It's a oh, no one if someone's disrespecting my family, you're disrespecting me. He made it about himself. It was never about Nate. He didn't care. He didn't care to protect Nate. It was a pride thing. You know, he felt personally attacked. Nate. Nathaniel Jacobs is, yeah, these notes all the way down there to there, that's him. That's him, because I have so much to say. He only cares about himself. He's very weird, firstly. Also, in the first episode when he was asking Mckay, like, "What did you do with Cassie?" That was weird. That was really weird. Let's get into that. It was odd. Your father would do something like that. That is odd. Cal would behave like that, and you're behaving like that, Nate. He deserved what Fez did to him. Yes, he did, because he thinks he can walk around like, oh, I'm a big shot, no one can touch me. But let me tell you, when my favorite couple, Fez and Lexi, come together, they will bring you down, Nate. Yes, they will, in their own different ways. Fez was right to give him that. Yeah, he was right about that. And he did say, the last time I saw you, didn't you say you want to kill me? He did say that. He did say that. So Fez was like, I bet. I bet, is that a threat? I'm so upset. I'm so upset by this, okay? Sorry, there's a hair in my face. I'm so upset by this. In the second episode, when he was going into the hospital and Maddy and Cassie were standing side by side with him, he was saying he's in love. Love? How are you in love in the second episode? How are you in love in 45 minutes? Love. You know what love is right now? Also, he's so obsessed with Jules. He's so obsessed with Jules. Like, also his little fantasy about him and Cassie is so beyond delusional. That would never happen. It would never work out. I don't understand why you would even think that would happen. Are you insane? Also, he's gonna look for Jules in every woman that he's with. Every woman that he's with, he's gonna look for Jules. He's so obsessed with Jules. In his little fantasies, Jules will always show up. Like, you are weird. Leave Jules alone. You bullied her, didn't you? You bullied her. And to show you that he's so in love with her, he went to give her that tape. Would he do that for anyone else? No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. This is a hierarchy. In Nate's eyes, Jules, she's up here. He cannot attain her. He cannot get her. But he will always strive to get her. Then it's Maddy, right? He has a little bit of respect for her. Small. Not really. Small because he abuses her every chance he gets. Him going to threaten her with a gun. Are you crazy? And then you're going to walk out and say, oh, I was just joking. Joking. How about you go joke in a jail cell? How about you go joke in a jail cell, Nate, for threatening my life? Right? Then there's space. Right at the bottom is Cassie. Cassie, he couldn't even get you flowers. He got a Maddy flowers. Is he ever gonna get Cassie flowers? All Cassie is good for, he's just gonna take her and you're gonna go drive around the city and bring you to some crazy place to break up with you. Nate is a crazy person. Let's see. He's horrible to everyone. He's horrible. And I feel like I've already mentioned that he's horrible to everyone. Except for Jules. But he was horrible to her that very first time. And you know what? I think his beef with his father is that his father could get Jules. And he couldn't. Yeah. I mean, I don't stand with what his father did. That was horrible. You're with a child. Jail time. You know? But Nate is competing with his father so bad. Because his father could attain the girl. He couldn't. No one was gonna say it, so I said it. No one was gonna speak about it, right? He is so jealous that his dad got Jules, you know. And also another thing that I made a note of. He wants to be with Jules, right? But she's not attainable. He can't be with Jules, right? Because he's a horrible person and Jules just not gonna do that with him. Anyway, but his relationship with Jules mirrors his dad's relationship with Derek. Cal is horrible to everyone who isn't Derek. He longs to be with Derek and he's going to look for Derek in every partner. And Nate is going to do the same thing with Jules. Yeah. Why did he drive Cassie to that place to break up with her? That was pathetic, honestly. He keeps mentioning Maddy when he's with Cassie. Oh, Maddy's gonna be so angry at you. Maddy's gonna kill you. Maddy's gonna do this. Maddy's gonna be so angry at you. You are so obsessed with conflict. You are so obsessed with conflict. Also, he's saying to Cassie like, oh, you're doing this to your best friend. You're not a good person. What are you doing to Mckay? It's the exact same thing. What are you doing to Mckay? It's the exact same thing, Nate. Look at me in the eye. Don't look away. It's the exact same thing. I need to finish this video quickly. My phone is overheating. He only noticed Cassie when she was dressed like a Maddy, you weirdo. You're clearly so in love with Maddy still. Why are you with her best friend? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? What is the point of that? Like, where is this going to take you? Think you're going to marry her? Think you're going to marry her and have kids and live beautifully? Are you insane? Oh, his father messed him up so bad. His father messed him up so bad. Cal is such a horrible person. His father messed up Nate so bad. And Marsha even said about Nate, it's like, oh, you were so nice. Then after 8 and 9, there was a shift. There was a shift, you know? And that's because in season 1, we saw a young child who looks 8 or 9 see the tapes of his father having encounters with... Okay. He's horrible for threatening Maddy like that. Also, he looked so nervous in that hot tub scene when Maddy was like, marry me, have my babies. He looked so nervous. I thought you weren't scared if Maddy found out, because you're always threatening Cassie about it. You're always saying, oh, Cassie, Maddy's gonna find out, she's gonna kill you. But you looked so nervous, my friend. Also, like, I genuinely enjoyed him watching the play, because he looked so crazy and comfortable. But I kind of felt sorry for him though. But I hate that I felt sorry for him. I don't like to feel sorry for characters that I'm supposed to hate. I don't like that. Don't make me feel sorry for those characters, right? But yeah, I kind of felt sorry for him because I was like, oh, you are going through it. But also, he's so fickle. He's so weak. You are gonna break up with Cassie over a play? I thought she's everything you dreamed of. I thought she's everything you dreamed of. How are you gonna get so angry over a play? It's the truth. Lexi is putting a mirror in front of everybody's eyes, and you wanna be mad? I'm pretty sure I had a lot more to say about Nate, but you know what? Maddy. I love Maddy. I love her. Yes, I do. I love Maddy. She knows she's that girl, and she walks around like she's that girl. You know? And she's right. What she said about confidence, about like when she was talking to Lexi, Maddy was a better sister to Lexi than Cassie could ever be. Ever be. Maddy is so nice to these girls. She's a girl's girl. And when she was saying to Cassie, I would never do this to you. I would have never done such a thing to you. I 100% believe her. In fact, she would have told Cassie, if Mckay was trying to do something with her, she would have told Cassie, hey, look at this boy, Mckay. Look what he's trying to do. Also, she's shockingly good at her babysitting job. Like, I didn't think she would be good at it, because in season 1, it was mentioned that she never wanted to work, yada, yada, yada. But, yeah. Like, she's such, I will repeat it, she's such a great friend to these girls. Kat spoke to her about Ethan. When Rue walked in at that episode 5, when Rue walked in to Lexi's house, Maddy was the first person to hug Rue and be so excited to see her. Maddy does not deserve any of the things that happened to her. Any of it. Any of the things that people are putting her through. It's because she's a baddie. Everyone's hating on her. Like, also, it was so good to see her relationship in the earliest stages, her friendship with Cassie. I can't believe Cassie would even let that go, like, honestly. Also, her saying that she doesn't feel like love without any darkness would be enough for her in that episode, the bowling episode where she was talking to Jules. That was so sad. It was so sad. But I think she's saying that because of her experiences. You know, you say things because of what you've been through and what you know. But once you experience something completely different, you're like, oh, I cannot even believe I ever settled for that. But anyway, I love Maddy, and Maddy can do no wrong. I don't care. I literally don't care. I don't care. Maddy is my queen. Maddy and Lexi, I am rooting for you till the end. I am rooting for you. You are my number 1 girls. Everyone else, Cassie. Cassandra. Is that her full name? I don't care. Cassandra, you better look me in the eye right now. No. Don't look away. Look me in the eye. You better get up. You better get up and start behaving yourself, because what Cassie is doing this season, what are you doing? What are you doing? Also, her being with Nate makes no sense to me. If Nate was so nice to her, none of it would make sense. None of it would make sense. But just an example, if Nate was such a nice person to her, maybe the first person that made her feel like a human being or whatever, it would make sense. But he's not doing anything for you. He's not doing anything for you. You're a sneaky link to him. And nothing else. And there's nothing wrong with being a sneaky link. But like this, with your best friend's ex-boyfriend, and she's busy trying to convince everyone that, oh, she's such a good person, there was no crossover, there were exes. So what? He abused your best friend, and you're gonna, she is fighting so hard to be like, oh, Nate is a good person. After Maddy found out, she's not worried about calling Maddy and apologizing. She's worried about calling Nate. When Nate calls her, she jumps. And she's been saying, oh, I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship. Oh, sorry, my battery. She's saying, I don't want to be in a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship. Girl, what are you doing then? What are you doing with Nate? What are you doing with Nate? You can control me. You can tell me everything. You can tell me who I hang out with. Weak. You are so weak, Cassie. Get up. Get up. Get up. Also her saying, oh, I'm so crazy. I'm so crazy. I'm so insane. But the second that Maddy found out, you couldn't even defend yourself. All you could do was cry. Are you kidding me? All you're going to do is cry. Fight, since that's what you want. Fight for yourself. And she couldn't even open the door. She couldn't even give Maddy the decency to be like, you know what, I am very sorry. You couldn't even apologize to her. You couldn't even apologize to her. You couldn't even give her that small decency. I cannot believe you, Cassie. I cannot believe what you're doing and what you carry on to do. She loves male validation. She's just like Jules. If Fezco told Cassie today, Cassie, I'm so in love with you, she'd be like, oh my God, you're the man of my dreams. Get up. You better get up, because, you know, also she knew exactly what she was doing. Let's take it back to that first episode. She knew exactly what she was doing when she took off her underwear in the car when Nate was there. Oh my God. You do things, but when it's time to face the consequences, you want to cry, Cassie. You want to cry. Anyway, her snitching on Fez. Pathetic. You're going to snitch on Fez because for Nate. Nathaniel Jacobs, are you kidding me? Also, she's busy saying, she's getting angry at Nate for saying, you say you love me, but you're going to go and get back together with my best friend. What did you do, Cassie? What did you do? You think you're so innocent? You think you're such a good person? You want to convince everyone that you're such a good person? You are being a horrible person right now. And you're being a horrible friend. Only for Nate to leave you because of a play. Now you're going to be walking around by yourself. She even did Maddy's makeup, straightened her hair. You are so insecure. You are so insecure, my girl. Her coming out in a pink bathing suit at Maddy's birthday, just because she wanted Nate's attention. Are you kidding me? You better get up. Get up. Like, are you kidding? Again, I don't have storage, so my phone keeps cutting me off. Anyway, Cassie, I saw the friendship that her and Maddy had, and you're just gonna let go of that. Maddy is gonna beg you to open the door and be like, I would never do that to you. Please just open the door, and you're just gonna let that go? For Nate. What is Nate gonna do to you? What is Nate gonna do for you? He's just gonna abuse you, if anything, and bring you down. If anything, you wanna dedicate yourself to loving someone for the rest of your life? How about you dedicate yourself to school? How about you dedicate yourself to your homework, Cassie? Dedicate yourself to loving someone. What do you know? She is so young. Also, I think, oh, I just thought about this. Her dad leaving her, she's gonna believe any man that tells her that he loves her. That makes sense. Oh my God. That makes so much sense. Any man that's gonna tell Cassie, hey, I'm in love with you, hey, I love you, she's gonna be like, of course you do, obviously you do. But honestly, like, her leaving her friendship with Maddy, I have no words for that, Sham. Last but not least, Rue. Let me find Rue's page. You know what? In that first episode, when she was dragged to the bathroom, I thought she was gonna get like harassed. I'm glad that didn't happen, because I would be too tired for that type of storyline. Enough, you know. But I'm glad that she didn't. Also, like, Rue, I don't want to say she's a horrible person, but this season, episode 5, also she has a smart mouth, hey. And when she wants something, she's gonna say anything, and say anything to anyone to get what she wants. Also, when she said, Cassie, can I ask you a question? Rue, just to get the focus on someone else so that she could run away. But I really think, like, she needs so much help. She needs so much help. And the rehab, I don't think it's gonna help, because she's clearly, like, she's given up on being sober. She's given up, and she desperately wants everyone else to give up on it with her, you know. And she shows clear signs of wanting to unalive herself. She mentions it every episode, you know. So I think she's also gonna need help with that. She just needs, like, ways to cope with her dad's death, because I don't think she has, because everything leads back to that. Even hearing her talking about her dad, like when they showed the funeral scene, and he was like, all you need to do is close your eyes and I'll be with you. I think Rue is, like, she's not gonna get sober. I don't think she is anytime soon, because she knows that the drugs can kill her, right? They can unalive her anytime, and if she's not alive, she's with her dad, you know. And I think that for her is much better than living, which is so sad. It's so sad. But I really think she needs to start treating people better. And I know that it's not something she can control, you know, but it's crazy. Let's see what I wrote. Also, she was so impressed with Laurie. Like, is that how she sees her own future? Like, her being like a boss drug dealer, like, you know, is that how she sees her life? Because I've never heard her speak of a future. I don't think she wants a future, but if she were to have a future, is that how she sees herself? Like, she was so impressed by that. She shouldn't be with Jules. We already discussed that. Also, she clearly doesn't care about being sober. She almost went into cardiac arrest, and she was like, oh yeah, just take the pills out of my sock. I have no words. She manipulates everyone around her, and it's like, these people don't deserve this. And I know that you have no control over what you're doing, and I know, but oh my goodness gracious. Also, she's always apologizing. Like, she literally said horrible things to her mother, and then she's crying, apologizing, and like, Mom, where's the suitcase? And she's no genius. She's no genius for that suitcase idea. She's no genius. I knew she was in trouble the second she thought about that idea. And she should have listened to Fez when Fez was like, I'm not doing that for you. That's insane. Also, like, I don't think she's gonna get sober. I don't care what episode 7 says. I don't care what episode 6 and 7 say. I don't think she is going to be sober. You'll see. We'll see. Season 3, I'll be like, I told you guys. She's not going to be sober. You know, it needs to come from her, and I don't think she's hit rock bottom. That little intervention, I don't think she's hit rock bottom. I don't think that was her rock bottom. I think it needs to hit a little bit more, a little harder than that. Because let me tell you something about Rue. Rue has played me many times. Season 1, I had so much faith in her. I was thinking, oh yeah, she's good. She's not going to relapse. What did she do? She broke my heart. So I don't think she's going to get sober. I don't. What else? Yeah, that's it. I feel very helpless, like, watching her, and I really want the best for her, but I don't think she wants the best for herself, and like, there's nothing anyone can do about that. It needs to come from her. It shouldn't come from some intervention, this, that, and the third. It needs to come from her, you know. But I do think she needs to apologize for what she said to Jules. That was wrong. That was, I mean, but still, you know, the situation was tough. But I do think she needs to apologize for that, because, girl. Okay, that was the lost character. Okay, so overall, okay, before I say my favorite scenes from each episode, my predictions are that for the season finale, Laurie is gonna come for Rue, and it's either gonna come straight for Rue, or it's gonna be Fez or Gia. It's gonna affect Fez or Gia, one of the two. Cassie is gonna be miserable. Maddy is just gonna be, I think she's gonna be at peace, not at peace, but like, I think she's gonna be okay with everything. Like, after seeing the play, I think she's gonna be good. Rue, I think she might try to fix her friendship with Lexi. I don't think that's gonna last though, because Rue, and I don't think Rue is done with drugs. I don't care how clean she looks in that episode. I don't think she's done. I just don't. What else? Oh, Ashtray is gonna save Fez from getting in trouble with the police. But I think what Ashtray is about to do to that guy with that knife is gonna get them into bigger trouble. Fez and Lexi, I don't think it's gonna be such a big deal that he wasn't there. I think he'll explain to her like why he wasn't at the play, yada yada yada. And I think they'll start like a relationship or whatever, or she'll be so angry at him and she'll never talk to him ever again. I don't think she would do that. I don't think she's gonna do that. I don't think I have any more predictions. Okay, let's go. Episode 1. My favorite thing was when Rue told Jules that she wanted to be with her. Like, oh, you're the person that I want to be with, because I was not gonna wait for them to be like, oh, like, to be thinking to themselves, oh, I want her so much, but she doesn't know what I want to do. I'm glad that they got it out of the way in the very first episode, you know. Not that I want them together, but I'm glad that they were able to admit to each other, like, you're the one I want to be with, because the back and forth of, oh, is she my girlfriend, is she not, was just getting on my nerves. Episode 2, the Kat's scene with like the girl saying, you need to love yourself. I really like being in Kat's head. I like seeing her thoughts like played out. Episode 3, the dance scene with Cal and Derek, and I hate that I love that scene because I'm supposed to hate Derek. I do hate him, but I really love that scene. But I love it, but I don't, because it's Cal. If it was anyone else, it would be such a sweet moment. Also, Cal was a completely different person in that episode. Like, but I mentioned this before. Before Marsha got pregnant, he was a completely different person than he is now. Episode 3, also Gia and Rue fighting about the weed. That was a good scene. Gia was acting for her life. She was really acting for her life. And also the bathroom scene with Cassie. Do I look like, then why did the Oklahoma, like, are you auditioning for Oklahoma? What's Oklahoma? Do I look like I'm auditioning for Oklahoma? I'm not auditioning for Oklahoma. Then why do you look like a country music star? In a good way or a bad way? You better be joking. That scene, I love that scene. And then episode 4, the hot tub scene, because Nate looked nervous. Also, Cassie, you're gonna throw up. My girl, that is so embarrassing. So embarrassing. The church scene where that song, the I'm Tired song, is playing, and like Rue is like hugging the singer. Like, that was so beautiful. I really love that. You know, it just shows like Rue really wants to unalive herself. Like, she's really done. And her talking to her dad, like, I really miss you. Like, she just wants to be with her dad. Wow. I'm not saying anything bad's gonna happen to Rue, but I don't know. Hey, I really don't know. Episode 5, all the scenes. Zendaya was acting for her life. Zendaya is an actress. You hear me? She's an actress. That moment when she told Jules, like, you left me at my lowest, and her voice was cracking. And I could watch episode 5 over and over and over and over again. Okay, the fight scene of her kicking the door down. I was like, oh my goodness, like, she's so desperate. Also, you know what I like about Euphoria? It shows that addiction comes in different forms. Because if you look at Faye versus Rue, they act completely differently, you know. So I like that. It's like shows different sides of struggling with medication. What else? Oh, also telling everyone about Cassie and Nate. The way she said, like, Cassie, I have a good question for you. How long have you been Nate Jacobs? And Cassie's like, I don't know why she would say that. I don't even know why she would say that. Cassie, you can't even lie. Ooh, I would have lied so hard. I would have been like, this, you're gonna believe this addict over me? She doesn't even know what the hell she's talking about. I would have lied for my life. I would have denied it. If anything, that thing would have turned right back to Rue. No one would believe her. Oh my goodness, Cassie. You said you're crazy, but you're clearly not. You're clearly not, because a crazy person would have lied. They would have lied about it. And people would have believed them. You know? Also Rue speaking at her father's funeral. That was really, like, it was so sad. Like, you know, like, in season 1, I knew Rue missed her dad. I knew. But season 2 has showed me, like, how much it's affecting her. Like, how it's really affecting her. And why she's doing the powder, the white powder, and why I don't think she will stop. I'm sorry to say that, but yes, she looked so clean at the play. She had her hair tied up, and she looked like, you know, she has her life together. One mistake, and she's back, I swear, I promise you. Episode 6, Lexi and Faye watching the movie. That was so cute. They're so cute together. I just love them together, you know. But I do think, like, things are gonna be weird with them, because Lexi, she's such like a goody two shoes, and Fez is not exactly a goody two shoes. You know, what he does is not like the best thing in the world. So I think that might cause a bit of conflict between them if they do decide, oh, let's be boyfriend and girlfriend. Oh, also episode 6 was Nate giving the tape to Jules. I think that was very nice of him, you know. But that's because he's in love with her, and he wants her to want him. So I don't think he's doing that because he's actually a nice person. He just wants her. He just wants to get what he wants. As for him saying, "Oh, I meant everything." Okay. And episode 7, Lexi's mom enjoying the play. Absolutely love that she was supporting her daughter. Like, you know, she was being a good mom for the first time in her life. You know, like I said, all the parents in Euphoria, they suck. And then Lexi and Rue's friendship, we got to see that. That was really beautiful, honestly. Like, also, I mean, I don't think we could ever get back to that because I don't think Rue's gonna stop with the powder. I just don't. Yes, you guys might have faith in Rue and be like, I'm so proud of her, this, that, and the third. I don't. I don't. Argue with me. I don't. I don't. You know, and no one can convince me otherwise. Rue's mom talking about how she's gonna choose Gia. Good for her. Good for her. Absolutely love that for her. It's about time. And finally, Nate being uncomfortable. Nate being completely and utterly uncomfortable and walking out. That was my favorite part. I felt sorry for him. I didn't want to feel sorry for him. But him being so uncomfortable with everything that was put on the play, honestly, I loved it. Anyway, I can't wait for episode 8. I can't wait for season 3. You know, I think season 3 is going to make me mad. I really think season 3 is going to upset me because everyone is acting up. All these characters are acting up, you know. Anyway, I would love to hear your comments about all the characters in the comments. I really hope you enjoyed my little rant. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. So if you haven't subscribed yet and I've entertained you this much, please subscribe, like the video. Like I said, I want to hear your comments. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this. Once again, my name is Karawachiya. Bye.